I'm joking. I'm not going to do this whole review in silence to make you guys be forced to have to read captions or subtitles. How's it going, everybody? Taxus Man here. Hope you guys all having a great day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys haven't already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit that bell notification button. Select all for all notifications so you guys don't miss out on future videos here on the channel. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives here about A Quiet Place. Also, if you guys have any movies, TV shows, or games you guys would like me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comments down below. This film came out in 2018, and I've already done a review of A Quiet Place Part 2. I will have a playlist already out once this video drops. Make sure you guys check out those videos if you guys like to. I will leave a link to that playlist here at the end of this video. And we are getting a third movie in the franchise that is supposed to be coming out here in June of 2024. I will be reviewing that, so look forward to that when that drops. And I figured, well, I might as well talk about the first one since we're getting another movie. And to be honest with you guys, I like A Quiet Place. It is a modern-day classic. It's a movie I like watching from time to time. I definitely prefer watching this movie over the second one. The second one's not bad, but I like watching this one. And then if I feel like, watching the sequel, then I will. But you can watch A Quiet Place, a nice 90-minute movie, which isn't too long, it's not too short. I think it's a well-paced movie because of that timing. I can watch this movie in its own isolation and just have fun watching a sci-fi horror movie. Probably one of the best sci-fi horror movies of all time, if not the best from 2018 ever. And just have fun and enjoy it. So, if you guys haven't watched A Quiet Place, the film follows a family living in a post-apocalyptic world where there's these mysterious alien creatures that hunt living creatures, including humans, for sport and for food. The film was directed and also stars John Krasinski, I think is how you say his last name. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, so I'm sorry. But he was famous in the role for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness as being Mr. Fantastic, and who, of course, was cast to be the lead protagonist in Jack Ryan TV show that just recently wrapped up. And the film also, of course, stars Emily Blunt. The film was very light on gore, and it focuses more on being filled with suspension and tension moments, which I really like. I like watching a actual horror film, and it's not all about blood, gore, and sex. It's actually trying to scare you, and that's what this film does a great job at. It's not so much a horror movie, but it does a good job balancing horror, sci-fi, and thriller elements, which is really cool. I remember also when this film came out, I was watching it in theater with my family. And of course, the theater was packed. It was like, ooh, A Quiet Place, something, new and intriguing, not part of an established IP. It's completely original. And I remember my theater opening weekend was packed to see this movie. And in theaters, people were like, there's no sound. There's no sound. Why is it that we're being forced to watch the movie where characters are doing sign language and we're having to have subtitles? Like, there's no audio, there's no sound, there's no nothing. And it's like, people, it's called A Quiet Place. So it kind of gave this push, and it kind of forced audiences to have to shut up and get off their phones and actually have to be focused on the screen, the thing they paid money for to see. It forced people to have to shut up and focus on what was actually happening because it was a quiet movie. Obviously, as the movie progresses, more audio and sound was able to be done, but the first opening 5, 10, 15 minutes of the movie, it's a very quiet film, and it, I think, was done intentionally, and I think it works really well because it focuses you on the characters. You understand the world. It's like, okay, this is taking place literally a year plus later after the disaster that befell the world, and it's like, okay, we are starting this far ahead in the post-apocalyptic world. We need to find a way to show how it is humans are able to still survive. And it being quiet for the first 5 to 15 minutes is great. And because of those quiet moments, this creature feature movie works really well when you get to the final, 10, 15 minutes where the horror and the action collides. And I think it just overall works as a very great classical thriller movie. And I think it's going to be a movie that for centuries this film's going to be remembered. The character backgrounds in this film are very decent. You care who lives and dies. The moment that a character is in peril, you're on the edge of your seat. Obviously the first character that dies in the opening act, you do cry. You're in sorrow and you're kind of shocked. It's like, oh my goodness, this film is going to be not so much violent, but like dark. They kill a 4-year-old kid off in the very first scene, very first opening 5 minutes of this movie. And it's like, okay, this film is not messing around. It's trying to be a horror movie. It's trying to be a sci-fi horror movie, and it does a great job. And then the character that dies at the ending of the movie, it's also very tragic and shocking, but it's also a reality as to the world that these characters unfortunately inhabit. And it also shows you that the character is willing to die to protect his loved ones. And I really enjoyed that. Both the creatures and the humans also make very smart decisions. Nobody and nothing in this film is stupid. There is a very irritating plot hole in this film involving a nail. If you have seen this film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why in the world is there this plank of wood for the staircase and the nail is like this and it should be nailed downwards? Why is it laying flat? Who is the engineer that built this house and put a nail there? And what's funny is, like, don't you think these people would have tried to, like, I don't know, remove it? But instead, it's laying here and then gets snagged for the first time ever in, like, over a year. This nail gets snagged on a bag, and so it gets popped up. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? How convenient that this nail was there. It's just stupid. Overall, I think this film has an emotional impact. Every time I watch this movie, the emotional impact moments still remain. And if you're like me, you've watched this movie dozens of times and you still enjoy it every single time. So with that, guys, I'm going to give A Quiet Place from 2018 an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Look forward to more videos coming out soon. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.